Hare Krishna, welcome all of you in our Bhagavad Gita discussion. So we have been discussing third chapter, Karma Yoga. Very important chapter for all of us, those who are performing activity in outside material world. At the same time, they want to follow Krishna consciousness. They want to perfect their life. This is the most important chapter for them, Karma Yoga. So I would request everyone to nicely attend and understand this chapter, Karma Yoga. So we'll start with prayers first and we'll continue our discussion. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatirishtarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Balaram Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Nitai Gaurang Ki Jai Hare Krishna. So third chapter started with Arjuna's confusion. In the first chapter, Arjuna was confused till second chapter beginning. Then Krishna started explaining to Arjuna. Arjuna was puzzled. So Prabhupada explains over there in the purport, whenever we are into puzzling situation, we need a guru. We need a spiritual master. So Arjuna was very much puzzled and confused what to do, because it was not a small confusion, career ka confusion nahi tha, it was about life. जिंदगी और मौत का सवाल था वहां पर. ऐसा नहीं चलो ये करियर समझ नहीं आ रहा, इसमें जाए, इस साइड जाए, चलो ठीक है किसी में चले जाते हैं. नो, अर्जुना सिचुएशन वाज वेरी वेरी vulnerable situation kind of, but because Krishna was there, so he was protected. So he was completely confused and puzzled. So Prabhupada says, whenever there is such situation like puzzling or confusing, you are frustrated, you don't know what to do, what not to do, so we need a guru. And that's what Arjuna did in 7th verse to 2nd chapter. Arjuna surrendered Krishna. Sishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. Krishna, I am a soul surrendered unto your lotus feet. Now, till now, we were discussing on the friendly platform because both are friends, Krishna and Arjuna. But Arjuna took a humble position and submitted to Krishna that Krishna, now you become a spiritual master of mine and guide me. So here we can understand that many times we see that by seeing the age of devotees, they are very young, 24, 25, 26. And sometimes in the class, elderly people also come, or equal age people come. So they undermine the position of devotees, thinking, "Arey ye chote se devotee hame kya sikhayenge? What they will teach us? They are young, abhi to, and they are new." But no, Krishna consciousness is not calculated basis age. It is basis experience and realization. So therefore, we should not go by age. So here Arjuna accepted a subservient attitude towards Krishna, and Krishna's way request karte hain, please explain me what is best for me. Then Krishna started explaining. Second chapter completely explained, but Krishna touched many topics. Krishna explained about spirit soul, that is Sankhya philosophy. Then Krishna also explained to fight battle. Then Krishna explained about Buddhi Yoga, and in that Buddhi Yoga, it was large section where Krishna explained about control of mind, control of senses, purifying our consciousness, desiring to control the desires, and taking our consciousness to the lotus feet of the Lord, meditating the feet of the Lord, becoming mat paraha. That was the verse 2.61. So Krishna touched many topics. So Arjuna again got confused. So which I should follow Krishna? So third chapter begins with again confusion. So then Krishna again said, so again Arjuna asks, please tell me decisively what is best for me. And then Krishna again start explaining that is what Karma Yoga, third chapter. So Krishna started that all of us are always influenced by three modes of material nature: mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. And all of us are helplessly influenced by these three modes. Either we are in mode of goodness predominantly. जब मैं बोलता हूँ predominantly, उसका मतलब ये है कि इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आप केवल सत्व गुण में हैं, आप हम लोग हमेशा तीनों गुण में हैं. Always we are under three modes, but predominantly सत्वगुण or predominantly रजोगुण or predominantly तमोगुण. Somebody is very passionate, so predominantly is in rajoguna, but not that he is not in satoguna and tamoguna. He is there, but percentage of rajoguna is very high. So that is the understanding. So all of us are always under the influence of three modes, and these three modes are making us to do activities in this material world. So पूरी दुनिया को चलाने का जो पूरा जो एजेंट है वो कौन है? तीन गुण है. तीन गुण ही एजेंट हैं जो कि चला रहे हैं पूरी दुनिया को. हमें लगता है हम कार्य कर रहे हैं, बट एक्चुअली हम नहीं कर रहे हैं. थर्ड चैप्टर में आएगा अभी. कृष्णा विल एक्सप्लेन who are the doers. Anyway, so now till now we have discussed that we are always influenced by three modes, so we can never ever become inactive. मैं ऐसा कभी नहीं बोल सकता कि यार छोड़ो, सब कुछ नहीं करना है, बैठते हैं आराम से. बिकॉज ज्यादा काम करेंगे तो रिएक्शन आएगा और सफर करना पड़ेगा, तो कुछ नहीं करेंगे, बैठेंगे आराम से. तो कृष्णा ने उसको भी मना कर दिया कि आप बैठ सकते ही नहीं, बिकॉज आप हमेशा तीन गुणों के प्रभाव में हैं. तो या तो रजोगुण प्रभाव करेगा आपके ऊपर, या सतोगुण या तमोगुण. तो इसलिए आप कुछ करिए. क्या करिए? अपने मन से नहीं, बेसिस prescribed duties, which duty you are being prescribed, that duty you do honestly. तो आपका माइंड उधर एब्जॉर्ब होगा और फिर आप कुछ भी सिंफुल एक्टिविटी नहीं करेंगे. फिर भगवान ने बताओ ड्यूटी कैसे करनी है. ठीक है, ड्यूटी तो करनी है, लेकिन ड्यूटी कैसे करें जिससे कि ये तीन गुणों से बाहर आ जाएं. बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली वी आर सफरिंग बिकॉज ऑफ थ्री मोड्स. तीन क्लेश हैं बिकॉज ऑफ तीन गुणा. तीन क्लेश से बाहर आना है तो तीन गुण से ऊपर उठना पड़ेगा. तीन क्लेश हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया था, आदि भौतिक, आध्यात्मिक एंड आदि दैविक. ये सब याद रहना सब लोगों को, बहुत काम का डिस्कशन है. सो किसी भी सिचुएशन में कोई भी हो, he is always influenced by three kleshas because influenced by three modes. अच्छा, so how to perform the activity so that we can get out of three modes? Because Krishna said you cannot stay calm, you cannot stay alone. There will be always three modes influencing you. So then Krishna therefore said, you perform your duty according to your nature, but that duty should be for the satisfaction of Vishnu or Krishna. That was verse number 9. Now I'll share the screen. All of you can see that. So here Krishna is saying, 9th chapter is the most important chapter of this, most important verse of this chapter. Because of this shloka only, the chapter got name Karma Yoga. Because कर्म कैसे करें कि वो योग बन जाए. कर्म एंड कर्म योग में अंतर है. बाहर के materialistic sense gratifier, they are doing karma, therefore they are getting implicated and becoming more and more complicated in this material world. So we should not do karma, we should do karma yoga. What is karma yoga? That is explained in this 9th verse. Therefore chapter was named as karma yoga. ये श्लोक सबको याद हो जाना चाहिए. यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणो अन्यत्र लोकोयम कर्म बंधन तदर्थम कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संग समाचर. अगर हम यज्ञ मतलब भगवान विष्णु या कृष्ण, अगर हम भगवान कृष्ण के सैटिस्फैक्शन के लिए एक्टिविटी नहीं करते हैं, तो ऐसा एक्टिविटी हमें इस मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में बांधता है और हम यहाँ पर फंस जाते हैं. एंड वी ऑलवेज सफर इन दिस मटेरियल वर्ल्ड. So therefore here Krishna is saying, you perform your duties and responsibilities, whatever you have got, according to your nature, for the satisfaction of Krishna. That's how we'll become free, we'll be unattached and free from bondage. We'll be unattached and free from bondage, and we'll be going back to Godhead by performing our duties. Okay, so now today we'll discuss the chapter verse number 10. In this verse, what Krishna is saying, Sah yagyah praja srishtva purovacha prajapatihi anen prashvishyadvam esh ostakam. Again, very important verse. This is Sa yajna praja srishtva, meaning is in the beginning of creation. So now Krishna is starting from the beginning itself. Sa yajna praja srishtva purovacha. Purovacha means in the beginning of creation. Srishtva means creation. Purovacha means in the beginning, anciently. Prajapati, जो progenitors हैं, means demigods. Anen prasvishyadvam means will get prosperity. Esho is to kamaduk, by satisfying the demigod. So here, what is the translation? In the beginning of creation, the Lord of all creatures sent forth generations of men and demigods, along with sacrifices for Vishnu, and blessed them by saying, "Be thou happy by this yajna," sacrifice, because its performance will bestow you upon you all desirable things. So in this translation, one thing is very, very clear, that we are not coming from monkeys. Darwin theory is bogus theory. This is, and the second thing, Big Bang theory is again bogus theory. So these two theories, Big Bang theory and Darwin theory, having no basis, no scientific logical understanding, but we are so influenced by these two theories that we have become godless. These two theories are making people godless, that we are not coming from the Lord, we are coming from the regular evolution, that is monkey, बंदर से आ रहे हैं हम लोग. And second thing, the cause of creation is Big Bang, not the Lord. So ये दो थ्योरी पूरे दुनिया में जो है ऐसा डिस्ट्रक्शन ले आया है. People have become atheist. Now Darwin theory is disproved. Darwin theory is not being studied in foreign, it is banned now, because it is already proved that the fossil of monkeys and fossil of human being have coexisted. They are simultaneously existing. By carbon dating, archaeologists, they have found out. Now here only India, only so many facts are found. जब राम अयोध्या में राम मंदिर का खुदाई हो रहा था, डिगिंग हो रहा था, कि एक्चुअली में यहाँ राम मंदिर था क्या. So they found deities of Lord Vishnu, Krishna, Lord Rama, which was there since millions of years. Just see, which are given in our Shastra scriptures, that are, those facts are now here we can see in front of our eyes. The people saw that. And like this, there are many temples are there in our Indian culture, India, जो कि हजारों साल से हैं. कैलासा टेम्पल you go. Kailasa temple is not carved by modern people. Kailasa temple is carved since thousands of years. That too, by cutting the mountains they have created from the top. From the above top, they are cutting the mountains and making the Kailasa temple of Lord Shiva. Just see. Qutub Minar, they found so many Vishnu deities. They are lying there since many years, thousands of years. In many foreign countries, you go to, I'm forgetting the name. Recently, in one country, the big deity of Lord Vishnu lying down, like which is like there in Kerala, Anant Padmanabha Swami temple. Big deity is lying of Vishnu in some part of the country, other country, and that is there since many years. And in that temple, in that place, they found the carving of Lord Krishna, Gopal form. Gopal form means Krishna is standing alone with his churning rod. That these carvings were there on the walls, on the pillars. So Like that, many facts are there which prove that our culture, Indian culture, is since beginning of creation. जो भगवद गीता में हम यहाँ इस श्लोक में देख रहे हैं, जो भागवतम में आता है, these things are facts we can see here in this material world every now and then. But because leading countries are this America, Russia, China, and they are all communist country, capitalist country, they are all demons, atheist. So therefore they don't want to promote our Indian culture, because if they will promote Indian culture, they will have to accept that there is a creator called God and we have to abide by him, we have to follow regulatory principles, all those things. Then their scientific discovery people will not care. So therefore they are not promoting our culture. There is no any systematic arrangement to propagate and take out our culture, the genuinity of our culture, the how since beginning of creation our culture has been existing. So therefore our culture is called Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan means which is existing since eternity. So these two facts are clear in this verse. Here it is said, in the beginning of creation, Lord of all creatures sent forth. Means there was a Lord Krishna and he sent forth men and demigods. So men and demigods are existing since beginning, not that we came from monkeys. So first line itself clears that there is no big bang. It is creation is coming from Krishna, and we are created by Krishna. We are not created by monkeys. These people, the foreigners, atheists, they are coming from monkeys. Prabhupada once asked, so what do you say? We are coming from monkey? So Prabhupada very humorously said, no, I am coming, we all are coming from Krishna. I belong to Krishna. My ancestor is Krishna. Maybe your ancestors be monkey. Maybe Darwin is coming from monkey. Darwin के जो father थे ना वो बंदर थे. So Prabhupada in a very humorous way he just took the fun of him. Anyway, so then here the perfect formula is being given how to be happy and prosperous. Prosperity कैसे लाएं और happy कैसे हैं? So यहाँ पर बताया गया, be thou happy by this yajna. So when we perform yajna, then we become happy, and its performance will bestow upon you all desirable things. See, we all the students, we are desiring to get our desires. यहाँ पर secret लिखा है how to get our desires by performance of yajna. And see, this yajna, it will give you happiness and desirable things also. You see, so performance of yajna is so nice that it will give you all things and you'll be happy also. But unfortunately, people are not interested in performing yajna. Now, which yajna? आज के time पे in this age Kaliyuga, which yajna should be performed? And can we perform yajna? Is it feasible for us? So let us understand. Prabhupada has given in purport very nicely. Now, the first understanding is Krishna Prabhupada gives in the purport is, as in the translation, Krishna said, creation, beginning of creation. So Prabhupada he captured the word creation and started explaining why creation, why there is a creation. So Prabhupada said, the material creation by the Lord of creatures, Vishnu, is a chance offered to the conditioned souls to come back home, back to Godhead. Very important line, a revolutionary line for everyone it can be. This creation in which we are living, where millions of galaxies, trillions of stars, so many things, everything is unlimited existing, micro world, macro world, everything is unlimited. What is the purpose? Prabhupada is writing here, the purpose of this material creation is to offer a chance to conditioned souls to come back home, back to Godhead. So that means there is another world called back to home, back to Godhead. That is the world of Krishna, Golok, Vrindavan. So I will share you now one image which many of you have not seen. Many of you have seen also. Now I'll share you. So this chart, you can see this image. I'm saying for the first time this in our class. This is the image created on the basis of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is a literature which explains about the creation in fifth canto, material creation and the spiritual world. Everything is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam, fifth canto, and also in Brahma Samhita and few other scriptures. They extensively talk about the creation and the complete manifestation. In Bhagavad Gita also 8th chapter Krishna is explained. So when in today's verse where Krishna is saying in the beginning of creation, so जब बोला जाता है creation का beginning, so this creation, which creation? ये creation जो आप देख रहे हो, one universe जहाँ लिखा हुआ, this where you can see the pointer is moving, one universe, this Brahmanda. This is called Brahmanda because it is in the shape of egg. Anda you have seen, no? Egg. So this is in shape of egg, therefore it is called Brahmanda. And this is one universe. And in this universe, you can see here there are planets. These are the planets. 14 planetary systems are there. And 14 planetary systems, there is one planet called Earth planet. Here you can see this. This is Earth planet. Here we are situated. Here we are living. And this Earth is so small. It is like dot in comparison to the whole creation. So एक one universe में ये 14 planetary system जो कि lotus stem के अंदर है. See what happened. This is a very big topic. I will take a separate class. For today, you can understand that. Let me explain you from the top. You can see in this image here Radha Krishna is situated in the lotus stem. Here lotus stem is there in the pink color, and Radha Krishna is doing pastime over here. And here also in the next petal, this is the central petal, the platform of the lotus. Now the next petal layer of the lotus flower, here also Krishna is performing pastime. So in all the levels of the rose, Krishna is performing the various pastimes with his devotees. This is called Golok Vrindavan or spiritual world. This Brahma Jyoti, here you can see Brahma Jyoti on the bottom. Beyond this Brahma Jyoti is called Vaikuntha or spiritual world. है ना, वैकुंठ ब्रह्म ज्योति के ऊपर से ये कैलाशा सदाशिव लॉर्ड शिवा इज अबाउट हियर इट इज इन द स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड. Beyond Kailasa there is Ayodhya and Vaikuntha Loka. Beyond this there is Mathura and sorry, Ayodhya is not here. This is Vaikuntha Loka. Ayodhya is here. Ayodhya, then Mathura, then Golok Vrindavan. So these places which we see in India, Ayodhya is there, Mathura is there, Vrindavan there. These places have descended here, manifested here from the spiritual world in Golok Vrindavan, spiritual world. Vaikuntha Jagat se aaye place. These places are not ordinary places. Therefore, in our scriptures, these places are very much glorified, adored by all the sages. Therefore, you will see all the sages and saintly persons, they would come to these religious places, spiritual places. They will go to Vrindavan, they will go to Ayodhya, Mathura, and take the blessings of the Lord, because these places are not material place. These are spiritual, because these places have come from the spiritual world. So ये place यहाँ पर भी है spiritual world में. And here in the top Krishna is there and he is performing pastime. And जब मैं बोलता हूँ we have to go back to Godhead, that means we have to come here in this world where Krishna is performing pastime along with his devotees eternally. And this world is never destructed. It is never inundated. It is never finished. It is existing always eternally. And here the people who live, they are always young. They are always happy. They're always full in knowledge. Therefore, we also seek happiness, youthfulness, and knowledge in this material world too, because we belong to this world where we had all these experiences. We were young always, youthful. इसीलिए तो हमें बुढ़ापा अच्छा नहीं लगता. किसी को बुढ़ापा अच्छा नहीं लगता. Nobody likes old age, because In the spiritual world, everybody is young, and we were also feeling that young youthfulness in the spiritual world, but unfortunately we have fallen to this material world here. This is called material world. जो नीचे है ना, ब्रह्म ज्योति के नीचे के पोर्शन को मटीरियल वर्ल्ड बोलते हैं, एंड ऊपर है स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड. And the purpose of life is from this material world we have to come to the spiritual world here in the Golok Vrindavan and perform the activities with Krishna, associate with Krishna, and enjoy eternally without any disturbance, without any anxiety, without any frustration. वैकुंठा मतलब जहां पर कोई एंजाइटी नहीं होती उसको वैकुंठ जगत बोलते हैं. भौतिक जगत को कुंठा जगत बोलते हैं. कुंठा मीन्स हियर देयर विल बी ऑलवेज एंजाइटी एट एवरी स्टेप. हमेशा एंजाइटी रहेगी, आप कहीं भी चले जाओ, एट एनी स्टेज यू रीच यू विल बी ऑलवेज इनटू एंजाइटी. सो ये स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड है, नीचे वाला मटेरियल वर्ल्ड है, और ये एक ब्रह्मांड है. इस तरीके से अनलिमिटेड ब्रह्मांड है जो कि महाविष्णु के बॉडी से निकल रहे हैं. अब आपको ये समझ में तो नहीं आएगा, बट आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग. नेक्स्ट क्लास अगेन आई विल टेक इट इन डिटेल. महाविष्णु हु इज एक्सपेंशन ऑफ कृष्णा. तो यहाँ से पता चलता है कि विष्णु जो है वो कृष्ण से आते हैं. कृष्णा यहाँ हमेशा रहते हैं. ऐसा नहीं कृष्णा जन्म लेते हैं भौतिक जगत में, 5000 साल पहले कृष्णा जन्म लिए. नहीं, कृष्णा यहाँ हमेशा इस आध्यात्मिक जगत में रहते हैं और यहाँ से 5000 साल पहले इस भौतिक जगत में आए थे. तो हमें लगा कि कृष्णा तो जन्म लिए और विष्णु के अवतार है. नहीं, एक्चुअली विष्णु जो है, विष्णु इज एक्सपेंशन ऑफ कृष्णा. कृष्णा एक्सपैंडेड इनटू विष्णु. दिस विष्णु इज नॉट independent or absolute. This Vishnu is coming from Krishna. They are related also. I'll explain the detailed way. I am just taking in short. So this Mahavishnu, who is expansion of Krishna, from his body these unlimited universes are coming. You can see like bubbles, bubbles. So one bubble is so big that scientists are not able to find out. Just see one bubble. These are all bubbles coming out from the body of Mahavishnu. Just like we sweat, from our body we sweat. So these bubbles which we sweat, they're like brahmandas for Mahavishnu. So when Mahavishnu sweats from his body, unlimited brahmandas, they come out, and we, all the living entities, are imprisoned. We are imprisoned into this material world and suffering. So therefore here, now I'll stop this and again share the purport. Here Prabhupada is writing, this material creation is offered a chance for the living entity to go back to Godhead. So ये material world इसलिए है बनाया गया, कृष्णा ने, भगवान ने इसलिए क्रिएट किया, so that we can learn why we are suffering here in this material world and understand our position and go back to Godhead. So now time is over, so I could not complete our discussion. Tomorrow I will take it again. Here I will stop. If you have any question, you can ask. So today's conclusion is that this material world is created by the Lord to offer a chance so that we can go back to Godhead. And आज हम लोगों ने देखा भगवान back to Godhead means what, and what is material world. So here I will stop. If you have any question, you can ask. One question is there: is Vaikuntha planet without annihilation, Prabhuji? Yes, Vaikuntha means eternal world. Spiritual means eternal. It is not inundated any time. It is not annihilated. It is always existing eternally. Krishna says in 8th chapter, Paras tasmatu bhavo anyo vyakto vyakta sanatana nas sarveshu bhutesu nas vinashyati. Means इसका विनाश नहीं होता. Nat satsu na vinashyati. It is never created, never destroyed. That is the spiritual world. Okay. Anybody else has any question? One more. Prabhuji, Lord Venkateshwara, Lord Krishna. Venkateshwara means Vaikuntha. ये actually में Venkateshwar नाम कहाँ से आया? From where this name Venkateshwar come? Venkateshwar means Vaikuntheshwar it was, but in addressing it became Venkateshwar. But actually it is Vaikuntheshwar. Vaikuntha के जो मालिक है, one who is the Lord of Vaikuntha world, he is called Vaikuntheshwar. But in vocative it became Venkateshwar. Anyway, So Tirupati Balaji is called Venkateshwar, and Balaji is Srinivas Govinda itself. So they are the same one. There is no difference. Krishna is the only Venkateshwar. And you would have heard Venkat Ramana Govinda. So Venkat Ramana means Venkat, jo Venkateshwar, that is Govinda only. And who is Govinda? Krishna only. Srinivasa Govinda, Venkataramana Govinda, 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 Venkataramana Govinda. You would have heard this song in South India, they sing this. Any other question? Tirupati Balaji, very famous temple. The pastime is also very nice. Sometimes I'll share that pastime. Lord personally, took Diksha from Ramanujacharya. And very nice pastime of Tirupati Balaji, how one cow was coming and giving milk to one place. There was one mound, means tila tha, ek mountain kind of, and there one cow will every day go and pour its milk. And then somebody saw कि यहाँ पर गाय के क्या करती. Then they dig, then they found Tirupati, and background also how Tirupati decided to come to that place. Very nice pastime. Sometimes I'll share that. Maybe you may not be knowing. South Indian students may be knowing, but today's students, they would not be knowing even that also. Anyway, we'll take some time that also. So we'll stop. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.